The Pirates begin their 2016 season Saturday against Western Carolina at Dowdy-Ficklen Stadium. Start time for that game is 6 p.m. Eastern Time. The game will be available on ESPN3. Coach, thanks so much for joining us. First, welcome to the first teleconference of the season, and your first as a head coach. We appreciate you joining us today. If you would take a minute to tell us how your preseason preparations have gone as you get ready to open the season Saturday against Western Carolina, please. Thank you for the welcome. We've had a great preseason leading directly from our summer work. It's been really good. Our offensively, we think that we found a group of guys that can be detailed with some great structure and some great leadership abilities from our quarterback position. And we think that we have a tremendous amount of skill that can help us moving forward. We also thought that we've been able to put together some depth at some positions of concern as we entered the spring. We think we've gotten added a lot of depth at our offensive line position. And we think that we've had a great competition between our offense and defense, kind of segue into our defense. Defensively, we got some great leadership and also some experience at the defensive back position that's going to help us. In our defensive front, we've got some guys that have played a lot of football. And linebacker was a position of concern, not necessarily of being able to play, but who would be the people that were playing. Those battles have kind of worked themselves out. It's been hot here in Greenville. We've practiced for the most part in the hottest part of the day, whether that been 2:45 or 4:15. Our guys are conditioned and ready to go, and special teams has been a plus for us thus far. We have to do it, of course, in live situations here on Saturday at 6 p.m. But all in all, our preseason has been what we hoped it would be. For the most part, we've stayed healthy with a lot of contact. And sometimes, a lot of teams don't have a lot of contact during this part or camp at all. But we decided to go old school a little bit and have a little bit more contact. And thankfully, our strength and conditioning program really helped us through our camp to keep us healthy. So we're in a good spot right now, and we're looking forward to Saturday. We'll take questions for Coach Montgomery. Please star 1 on your telephone keypad to join the queue. The operator will introduce you.
We'll take a question from Daniel Othman with USA Today.
Scottie, what's something that if you see this week in your first game with ECU that will make you very pleased to see? And what's something that if you see it might make you a little concerned?
I think both are the same. Penalty discipline. We've worked extremely hard with trying to make sure that we're not, one of the teams that go out and get shocked by the officiating. We've done things in practice. We have officials a good amount of our practice times, even to this day, and throughout the week, trying to make sure that our guys are ready and aware of all the situations that come with officiating. The flip side of that, we would, because of how much time we've spent on the discipline connected to not only playing in games but the discipline in our program, it'd be alarming to go out and be completely shocked by the officiating part of it. So both sides, we want to show that we can go out and play clean football. Our guys have worked really hard from a schematical standpoint of understanding, which a lot of times those discipline penalties come from a lack of understanding of what your job is and trying to reach for the answers as the ball is beginning to be snapped. And fundamentally a breakdown in fundamentals. So we think that we've done a good job of addressing those situations, and we need to play good, clean football.
Thank you.
We will now go to Dan Tortora with WakeUpCallDT.com.
Good morning, Coach. How you doing today?
I'm doing great, man. How are you?
Doing well. To take a look at this team and obviously, inheriting this team and a lot of the talent that was on it going into 2016 from 2015, what did you see the most offense, defense, special teams-wise, your notes that you made of this talent that you have going into this year?
Kind of the first thing that I saw was weapons, offensively, just watching them. I got a chance to watch more practice than people would imagine just from the tape previous. And I watch spring from before, and then I watch fall practice. I like to watch more practice than anything before we got into the games from last year. But we noticed that they had a tremendous amount of talent at the skill position. And, guys played extremely hard. And, I thought that from a defensive standpoint, we started to play some really, really good football at certain times last year. And just we wanted to make sure that as we move forward, we could capitalize on some of the things that they did that were great, and just maybe clean up a few things that we didn't do so well. But we from the get-go, we thought that there were some weapons that can be used. We also thought that there was some experience, even though some of that experience may have not been starters, but there was some experience that we have and had a chance to develop. And man, the culture here, these guys love football. Everybody was willing. It's something that you can't see on tape, but the ability to come to work every day and try to get better and want to get better, and do things, the little things, to make sure that we give our fans and our Pirate Nation what they deserve come Saturday.
And then as far as the takeaways that you have from the quarterbacks that you have in your arsenal, just what you saw out of the fall from them.
While Philip Nelson has tremendous arm talent. He did everything we wanted him to do from the summer work, but we really need to see him, play really well this fall, take care of the football. We were really impressed with the way he took care of the football, but his accuracy has been great. It's probably a lot easier to be accurate when you got guys like Zay Jones and Trayvon Brown and Jimmy Williams and the rest of the crew to make plays for you. But he has shown a great ability to throw the ball to the correct spot. So we're really happy about him and his reads. Right behind him, Gardner Minshew has been a pleasant surprise. We didn't know that he could be able to come in the time that we got him in here and to understand our offense. But he's an office rat. He's a gym rat, and he has taken over our offense and learned it well and built a great rapport with not only Philip but the rest of the offensive side of the ball and offensive staff. So we're really, really proud of him. And then the curveball and all that is James Summers. I mean, we're going to line him up a lot of different places, and he gives us a comfort level to do a lot of different things. He can throw it, he can run it, he can catch it, and he can get it done. So, no matter where he's at in the game, he gives us the ability to make a play from that position. So that position also includes quarterback.
Thanks, Coach. I appreciate it.
We'll now go on to Alex Riley with the Wilmington Star News.
Good morning, Coach. How are you?
I'm doing great. How are you?
Good. To double back on that last question a little bit, obviously it's been so long since Philip has actually been on a field in live competition against someone that's not his own teammate. Is that any cause for concern for you, or has he done enough to take that starting reign and give you all the confidence in it?
Yeah, of course it's a concern. It's even concerning when your guys played the week before. It's always concerning when you're putting a guy in a live situation, because a lot of quarterbacks, they don't get very many live situations. So for a lot of quarterbacks, it's almost a year since they've been in live situations. For Phil, it's been a little bit longer than that. So it's always a concern that he'll have a little bit of the jitters, and he'll also have to deal with just being back in that atmosphere of playing again. We think that we prepared him as well as we can, and we think that he has the right personality and character traits on the football field to be able to endure. We don't expect for it to be, crystal clear from some of the things that he does from a reading standpoint. He's going to have to get his legs back under him for a full game, but we're really, really confident in where he is, and he's prepared, really hard, and he's a tremendous competitor.